Hello friend and welcome back once again to Grigsby's War in the East, where I'm here with turn 47 with some Axis naval success in North Africa and some Soviet partisans and nothing else. Still sucky though, but that's okay. Looking at combat, seems like my opponent has decided to go and encircle these guys, which is a pretty good deal for him. Lost a lot of units there too in this routing. So that kind of sucks. We'll see what we get to do there. Besides that, I do think that probably 49th Army here should be under Stavka. And what I'm gonna do here is get the 6th Reserve Army under the Northwestern Front. Now, I'm going to tackle both these two hexes in here. And why would you need to go all the way around? That makes no sense. It's because of the river. I see. That is a big problem. Because, well, basically it means I would have to put you in the 6th Reserve Army. The 28th. 6th Reserve Army. You 28th. Now, for example, this would give me that. They did get pushed back here. I do not believe that they have this amount of strength left here. The good thing is that these also can do another heavy attack on these guys. So I'll be looking to move away these two. It's actually funny because it's 312 indeed as a combat value. This 10-to-1 ratio is pretty tricky like that. Okay. Not super sure this is going to be a whole lot easier. But let's see here. Your how is for a shock army? Let's put them at least under the 28th, and then we have slightly less different armies, although by default now I have to switch this guy up too to a better general, or it would be probably a disaster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just change this a bit. Okay. That's another one. Now at least I can also put in infantry, for example, and even the tank corps can now move. I do not think it too likely that my opponent has a lot of reserves there. The sad thing is that I don't really think I have a way to attack those. Now, what I will do is see if I can get other units in there. They will be willing to attack. I'll just get these separate tank battalions at 50. And even though this is not necessarily amazing for a tank corps. Yeah, okay, they won't even be able to attack here. Let's see how it goes with the other one. I mean, ideally, he will not be having any units that will have more than 100. The further I can push my opponent here, the better. It's unlikely that I'll be able to get all the way into Andreapol, indeed. But it means he cannot land on that hex, and if he did have a depot on it, then there is no more depot. So it will be a bit tougher for him also to deal with these kind of things here. That is in case he does have it. One thing that could be happening is him railing units up to this line. If he does have this rail line, he will try to get them there, I suppose. Would I be able to put these in here? Yes, I would. The nice thing about that is that they can strike there or there. Most certainly, though. Yes, I will. This one is only 5,000, which I guess makes it maybe somewhat easier to attack. Indeed it did. Even though their combat value looks relatively high, they're just unable to hold their own like that. Dang it. The only other attack I can attempt here would be an attack on them. Which is not too likely to succeed, but then the question is, do I want the cavalry corps in there? I don't think I do. But at least the 49th has some reasonable support units. Okay, this is the one that is least likely to work, but we'll see. It did work. Well, Seems like the overwhelming odds did the trick here. That means at least this unit can get into this hex. How about the cavalry corps? They can get here too. Or either of those two. That's getting into those lower ones is quite nice. None of these can actually go up, but I would certainly need to take a look as to how to get through and how I can get further here. These two can't even attack. It's the only unit that can get into this Andreapol hex here. I'll have to see how it goes. It also does not have the most amazing of fuel. What I will do though is I'll move you back and I will get the rail repair units out here for it to add to oh oops, it has to go here. Okay, well I can do that. Oh, Pino is here, yeah. Needs to add as a act as a super depot. So I'll put it there. The cavalry corps can, I guess, then go in here. Neither of these can go in here either. However, I should be able to find enough units. At the very least, that would be quite available. Also to move like places like that. And attacking this part also sets me up to move further down, at the very least towards Torpets. What's actually the natural or the historical capture dates? These are January 42, huh? Even all the way up to down here. Into this area. So I would want this offensive at least to push all the way up in here, I guess. And with some luck, it frees up. It moves a few of these units from here, so that will be single numbers. I don't know what he's doing down here, but I want to disrupt it. And if I at least keep him on the back foot for a bit, might be able to do that. Keep him on his toes at the very least, despite my mistake down there. Okay, well, what does it mean for the rest of these units? Well, for the moment, I also certainly want to try and get a few more tank corps up front here. And I will also certainly be looking at is this heavy woods? Yeah. So even here I need at least a concerted effort to try and beat them. Yeah, all of this line is all weak. It's interesting that this attack actually went in at the start of the year. I'm actually pretty late with trying to attack down here. I suppose. My opponent did not sustain a lot of losses though. Less than 1,000 in this entire attack, but it's the breaking of his line that's important here. And it will be broken even more, hopefully. Even though I certainly cannot do that yet here, I would need at least multiple corps in this area, even to try and push through in that sector. It's just that two triple stacks, even here, are not likely to be able to do it. No. I need at least a 2-to-1 ratio or better. You're 26, you're 27, but it doesn't get them to the lowest parts. 29 neither, that's okay. I'm gonna shift a few more units around here. Now, one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the Stavka. And I'll be putting it here. I wonder if I can do this way. Yes, I can. Okay, sweet. Stavka. Yes. I won't be able to distribute these because yeah, it does show here still the rifle brigades indeed being unmovable, but at least then indeed I can potentially attach them to my tank corps. That applies to the motorized brigades. So that is what I'll be doing. No, not merge. Hey, it did work this time, huh? 3 of them into 1. Okay, I guess the motorized will actually be converted. And then I'll have the rifle brigades turn into rifle divisions. So, and that I have a few more of those. First rifle division even. Well, well, well. Convert. Yes. I'll just keep them coming. Yep. And 1, 2. Convert. Here. Both of these are tank corps. This is a tank corps, only tank corps. Whoop. And I guess I got a rifle brigade right here. There we go. That gives me a few more of those. And with those tank corps, we'll see what I get to do over here. Didn't get to exploit it that much in the first turn, but going through these swamps is of course also a big nightmare. Swamp hexes, heavy woods, just generally tough to get through. But the goal is to be able to move further south towards Veliki Luki, and or just generally down here to make this untenable. He will have to basically then move back to Smolensk like this. Something like that. That's the goal. That has him only give up Rizhev and Vyazma, I guess. But the faster we get to Germany, I guess the better, despite, you know, it being a fairly, well, seemingly insignificant amount of territory. Yeah, can I actually tank corps indeed? Rifle division. Yeah, it doesn't say anything else here. Shame. Alright. I guess we'll see how this this manifests itself. I don't think these guys will be able to put up a whole lot of construction to make new fortifications here either. But we'll see. He still has plenty of reserves in places like this to make sure that he can put up a serious fight around here. Like just getting regular units in here already thwarts me, but even if he does that next turn. Another thing that he could do, for example, is move back 1 hex with all these 4, freeing up 2 divisions already. Which would be quite a lot, in a sense. But they would only be able to get here, and I'll be moving. I want to get the rail line, basically double rail up to Velikiliki. That's the most important thing there. Yeah, we'll see. Taking a small break though. Okay, back, and I took care of all the reserves. I got all the units that were over 85 into or to the map or to one of the theater boxes. Got all the tank corps out, got them to the map, got a bunch of artillery and some anti-tank units. Actually, I got already most of the destroyer anti-tank brigades over to the map. I didn't see these two. I always find something else that you missed, but either way, got a bunch of these anti-tank units and some mortars over to the map as well. So I did that, and then I was also railing around Stavka, putting some units out here. I didn't have that many, but I did get some stuff in, for example, the 10th Reserve Army, bunch of mortars, bunch of anti-tank. Actually got one too many mortars in there accidentally, but that's okay. You know, stuff like that, handling it. I can clearly see here, here the huge list for turn 48 next turn. All this stuff that is going to be coming onto the map there, so that's quite a lot. I am not sure whether I can send these away. I cannot, because I have a mind to get units from other places, like here, get them together, because I'm quite sure that one division is going to be stronger than the sum of those brigades. So then I'd be moving some of these units and getting them back and stuff like that. I could do that. At the same time, I still have too many rifle brigades in other places. Clearly, I cannot get more rifle divisions, so the interesting thing then indeed is that I would have to send some of these divisions away. Maybe that's actually a pretty decent idea. So I can, I guess, use the 6, send those 6 divisions, say, to the north, or, well, say somewhere else. So I can take a look as to whether I can get brigades together. So for example, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll get those 10 brigades. Basically, that's 3 infantry divisions. Especially in the Far East, I have a bunch of rifle brigades that I need to get to the map in order to get them together. So there is a lot of that stuff going on, and this way I'll be looking to see whether I'll keep enough divisions like that. I still have enough manpower, so looking at the manpower pool, we're doing fine. Those 150,000 just got swallowed up by my units instantaneously. Over here, this is a big jump. Right, let's do that. Like I said, that will give me slightly more manpower. I think it'll be worthwhile, and I do have this reserve army in here. Love these are under the 4th reserve. I can actually get 3 more units under 49th. I think what I'm gonna do then is get you under 49th and actually start moving some of these. So 49th, 49th. I especially don't want any units under Stavka. Okay, that's that. That will give me the ability to get 1 more tank war under the 4th Reserve Army for now. Is immediately at 18 at 18. Okay. I need to refit these. That's weird. Ready. Basically, I want these guys to hang around here in case he withdraws. I don't want to say he's going to do that, but I have a hunch he's going to give up this line here, potentially, to fall back here and think he's gonna be okay, even though these are clear hexes. So I want to have additional units. Why did you come too? First shock is overburdened. I'll just put you under the 4th Reserve, and these guys under the 41st Army here. 41st Army is going to be a bit weird now. 6. And that's the 41st Army. That's about it. But basically these guys still need to gain combat prep points, so were they missing? Flak, heavy tanks, support recon. I'm gonna put the tank corps, which are out here, on reserve in the back. In case my opponent decides to get frisky, try to counterattack. It's still raining around that area, which it will do next turn as well. Meaning the weather on the ground will practically stay the same, yeah. It's not the best time for an offensive, but yeah. That's okay. Yeah, okay, well, let's take it from the south. These guys got isolated, and I'm quite sure that they are gone, but let's try and unisolate them for a little bit of time here. This will likely fail, but I do... it's not the greatest general. I'll try though. It's a bit of a gamble because if yeah, I really feel like I need to attack from both sides. I'll try here. Nope, I failed pretty hard. Well, it was worth a try. And yeah. It was very unlikely that it was going to succeed there. He also got a large amount of reserve units there. Okay, fair enough. I guess these guys will be gone. I will still try to inflict some losses here, because these guys are gonna surrender either which way, and that's that. So that really sucks. I'll just try to hold the line then, and get these guys to Carson for refitting. All right. Definitely not going for any more offensives or any other interesting forays around here. Also not trying to cross the river. I think at this point I'm probably best off just waiting for any kind of summer offensive that my opponent might throw at me. Over here. Okay, so you're on ready now. You should be ready. They're part of second shock. So I can get you off, you in. Okay, and you're part of 5th Army around here. Let's see if there's something that needs to be taken out. I guess I can switch Cavalry Corps. This Cavalry Corps is a Guards Cavalry Corps now. That's pretty neat, I guess. I'll be putting it on reserve, I think. Over here for the moment. Interestingly, my opponent did not attack the bridgehead. I mean, as it is, I don't really mind that. Eighth Reserve Army is going to be here in a patchwork of stuff. While Second Reserve Army is doing something similar here. So they are all around, but the reason, of course, is that I think my opponent is going to strike towards Dnipropetrovsk and Zaporozhye again. And I want to prepare for that. So seventh, and 12th. I do want triple stacks around Nikolaev as well, at the very least. And I guess I also want to have this part protected then. Really sucky that that didn't work, but not much can be done. We of course also indeed have the trouble that the Germans are still very strong in 1942. I got back quite a bit of territory here. Like practically this. And a part here, which is reasonable. So in terms of territory, we're ahead of schedule, but that doesn't mean that we can sit on our laurels here. This is 40th Army. Get you in here. Then I have 3rd Army units. Really, there's more units on just straight up southwestern front, eh? But then I'm actually inclined to just have tenth, oh, 10th and 10th. And then 46th, 46th, and I can get these here under the 46th. There we go, and then even 3rd Army can take more units now. Technically. But since my opponent is very likely to go and attack down in the south, I want to have triple stacks at least everywhere down there. And then I also have these reserve units. Yep. I'm okay with keeping them as reserves there. And okay, you can get out. Refit. You here. Yeah, you're moving onto the 21st Army. And on the river, I guess they're okay. Let's take a look at Brienne's front. Definitely some units that get serious attrition around here. So much so that I actually think I will need one of these as a reserve here to switch up more units. So it should be okay like this. I also need to refit these. Yep, okay, that's that. Let's take a look at the frontline units here. They're okay, they're okay, they're okay, they're okay. Also making sure that everything here is on ready except for these. Yep, that's excellent. And the unit that does have to go out is this though. Refit though. Damn. Third Reserve Army over here. Go into Kaluga. Then there's no way he's going to, I think, attack now with this threatening his back. And the only difficult part here is this, but like him attacking here is fairly useless, I'd say. Alright. The Leningrad front is, I guess, kind of all that's left. It's not up to full strength, but I'd rather take the 11 than the 9. Like, 9 is so far damaged here, 65%. Compared to 81, that I'd be quite willing to do this. The rest is in decent shape, at least so far as that my opponent might not attack, and I do have reserves here. Don't have an army to deal with it. Let's send at least one here. And I'll actually send another one to Stariarusa. Okay. Let's take a look up north here. Should probably be fine. I mean, this unit is 76, so I can just as well. Just making sure that those units that are somewhat hurt also share the burden. And get you on ready. They really don't need to be on the refit there. Put you on reef. Did I put? Yeah, great. Got the wrong one. That's okay. 12, 12, 11. Let's get the NKVD unit out. You in here. And refit. Then we have 12, 11, 12, 11 rest days. Okay, except for these. Okay. There we are. And I think they'll end the turn. Yeah. The only thing that I want to do take a look at airfields. The closest one is Kalinin. And going to be building 2 air bases there. It's too late, I know. I'm a bit hesitant to put planes at Staritsa, but let's start indeed with Kalinin. BAD is level bombers. Mm, 99 morale, wow. Let's get those in there. And bring in another 200 planes for now over here. All fighters and I also want tactical bombers here. All right. That means that I got another 400 planes onto the map this turn. And I will ship it back. Got a lot of airfields over here, but I don't feel that comfortable using those yet, given the proximity of the German units there. I'll see what my opponent has planned here. Yeah. If I can get him to retreat towards Smolensk at the very least in 1942, that's pretty much my goal over in here. And we'll see how that goes generally. Like I said, I do have another attack prepared towards Smolensk from here, but that's going to be pretty tricky, of course, with it being a bit more unfavorable here, since I need to press through this point here, which is already tricky. But I need core for that, at least on this side. I can't already attack there. Right, the 8 points I'll keep. Like I said, I don't really have all the points for more rifle divisions anyway. So let's just go over the metrics. Victory points initiative, high watermark, sudden victory points, total men, total guns, total AFVs, total aircraft, map men. Map guns, map AOVs, map aircraft, manpower losses, of course very high for me for the last couple of turns here. Total aircraft. Let's just go to fuel stores and pool, oil stores and pool, supply stores and pool, resource stores and pool. Manpower pool. Like, as long as this is plateauing over here for me, I'm not going to build additional rifle divisions, really. Only once my manpower really starts getting up, then, you know, that will be a thing, and then armaments pull, but that's not too important here. Okay. At least not unless my opponent has a deficit, which will very likely not happen anyway. In terms of events, you know, my already RAF rates in 42 or not really all that interesting still. Right, so I'll be passing it to my opponent for May 17th. We'll see what he has and how we can develop this. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, and oh, that might actually be a thing here. Yeah, the first depot would be Andreapol for me, which I might be able to make the next turn, but these cities are practically empty. Rail yard, not even manpower, it's just a dead city there. Population 0, 0. Just outright embarrassing. Yep. See you next time.